A very good morning, dear children. Today we are going to start with NIOS Senior Secondary Section English course. Lesson 13, Tiger in the Tunnel. Now children, we all want a good, prosperous life, a life where all our basic needs, at least our basic needs, should be fulfilled. Many of us are blessed enough, but many of us at the same time are not enough blessed to have everything at their disposal. Now children, what happened that we as human beings, there are few basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, and if possible education. To fulfill these needs, we need money, and many of us, again very unfortunately, do not have much. Therefore, we have to work hard, and sometimes we have to put even our life in danger to fulfill our needs and the needs of our family. This is what actually happened with Baldev, a man who used to live just at the edge of a jungle, where he used to live with his family, his wife, his son Tembu, and his daughter. Now this man, he owns a paddy field which could barely meet his needs, which could barely meet the expenses of his household, the basic expenses of his household. Therefore, he had to take up a job of a khalasi at a mere very less salary of rupees 5 per month. Imagine how desperate he must be to take risk of his life to earn rupees 5 for his family. Very, very pitiable situation, but yes, these situations do exist in our society. So every night, what was Baldev's duty as a khalasi? Every night he had to walk 3 kilometers beside the jungle to the station where he had to light the signal before a tunnel, and he had to ensure that the tunnel is clear for the train to pass, for the mail train to pass. Alright, so that night, as per his schedule, he woke up and he was about to leave his home when Tembu, who was lying down beside him, asked him whether he should accompany him or not, because Tembu was very fond of going with his father. He loved to be his father there when he used to go to give the signal to the mail train, but sometimes he had to be at home also because he was responsible for the other chores, for the other household chores, and he cannot leave all the time his mother and his sister all alone at their place. So that night it was a little cold, and Baldev, and since Tembu was sleeping, so Baldev said that you need not to come with me, and Baldev left. As soon as he was there, he found that the lamp was running out of oil. So he pulled it down, poured the oil, lit the lamp, and set the lamp on the pole for signaling. After that, he had been to the tunnel, checked it that everything is fine, but while he was coming back, he heard some rattling sounds, and this moment he became a little nervous, but at the same time aware and conscious that anything may happen, because that area is supposed to be a tiger prone area, a man-eater tiger prone area, children. So at this moment he had to be very active and prompt. Another important thing here, children, that there is an axe. He used to carry an axe with him all the time. This is very flexible axe. It seems to be very fragile, but actually very strengthened. And this axe was made by his forefathers. It is a family legacy that is coming on. Alright. So he was ready with his axe, and soon he could see a tiger approaching him. The tiger leaped on him. He fought very bravely. He hit the tiger with the axe, but unfortunately the axe got stuck on the shoulder bone of the tiger. Then he was away from his axe, and that moment tiger took the charge, and unfortunately Baldev's life came to an end. Since the tiger was also wounded at the shoulder, he was busy licking his shoulder. He could not make out that the mail train has already approached the tunnel. It has already reached the tunnel, and since it was a narrow tunnel and there is no other way to run, the tiger got stuck there. And later in the next station, when the engine driver got down from his train and checked the train, he found that half portion of the body was caught in the cow catcher of the train. Back there, when Tembu got the news, Tembu was like all over broken, and he was there with his father's body, taking care of it so that other animals could not attack him. For 2 days, Tembu, his mother and his sister were in deep grief. But then life must go on, children. Life must go on, because we need everything, every basic requirement should be fulfilled for us to survive. And that is why Tembu at the very tender age had to took up the charge. Since he was the only member in the family, he has to take up the job of the Khalasi. Now every night Tembu with the axe, he goes to the signal, he goes to the tunnel to give the signal to the mail train. He took the charge of his family, and this is how this young boy became the bread earner. See, children, life has to go on, and whatever it may take, we have to fulfill our responsibilities. This is what we have to learn from this chapter. Now, with this, the chapter comes to an end, and I am reading the board questions for you. Board questions. Question number 1. What 2 facts related to Baldev's place of work show that it was a dangerous place? The 2 facts related to Baldev's place of work that shows that it was a dangerous place are that, firstly, that place was near the jungle and it was famous for the man-eating tiger. Secondly, he had to go every night to give the signal to the mail train. Question number 2. Give 3 reasons that Tembu was not afraid of anything. Tembu was not afraid of anything because, firstly, he now had the ancestral axe with him. Secondly, the tiger was dead. And lastly, he felt that his dead father's spirit was always protecting him. Question number 3. How did Baldev face the tiger in the tunnel? Baldev fought the tiger with full energy and courage. He used his ancestral axe very efficiently, but he was unfortunate and the tiger killed him. Thank you.